And we've got some slipways. I've been practicing a bit too, but let's see. Are we online? Before we even go and do anything, because otherwise, you know. That seems to be the case. All right. I need to reconfigure. I put the turn the music off while it's on, but you know, we can do that after the game starts. Because if I don't, I'll run and roll a new thing. I'm gonna play a dry sand sector, which has more deserts and more arids. And what am I gonna play it with? All right. Interesting thing. The Bakar are back, which we haven't had in a while. The Dinder and the Vittori are here. Alright, and the perks are going to be, I believe this is Scientific Fleet. Yeah, 4 plants, get 1. And Explorers as well. So we have both of the exploration perks, which is interesting. They stack with each other. So every time we explore, we gain both science and credits at the same time. Oh, there you go. I should have really... Man, there's so many things here. Just put that away. Let's grab some new water and then we'll go. Oh, I'm gonna start it anyway, so it can load. There we go. And that should be... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so every time we explore, we get both credits and science. Which are the 2 things we want. Now, before I go anywhere else, let me just reconfigure the audio, mute and background. So we have some music all the time. Which is, you know, a thing. I can reconfigure this a little bit down. People were saying that they couldn't really hear my voice very well. Might just be because I'm mumbling. I think that's more it though. I think it looks okay with the audio levels. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants here that we can start with. There's a very cheap tech and deep drilling available, which, you know, looking at the quantum computing later on, might be a thing. There's culture tech, cybernetic bodies, which are all really nice. Genesis cells, like these combine well with culture tech because with culture tech you want to make as many colonies as possible. All the good techs are expensive though. Like skill download culture combo is here, but it's expensive, and it's going to be hard to use because we only have one source of culture in universal harmony. So we might try to find a second source. Alright. I saw that coming. I muted myself for a bit. The universal harmony produces 1 culture per planet, per people producing planet. And we can only spread if we really produce like slightly more than 1. Which means getting 1 other culture thing. Like for example, there's 1 in tier 2, I believe. That is I think like we have enlightenment here instead, but we could have, you know, culture spreads between things. Enlightenment card could be good to get as well, though. There's like no objection to that. We not needing goods anymore is quite nice, especially since like we don't have the Sylphid or the Ephorians, both of which want goods. Unfortunately, we have like 0 income tech available. Well, this counts a bit, but you know, there's no way to boost our income significantly. I mean, there's deep drilling, but that's a minor amount. I'm gonna get it anyway because it's like, you know, gotta get every income we can get. Yeah, that's sort of the main disadvantage we're dealing with here. There's also no exploration tech, right? No. That would also be nice to get the Vittori exploration tech instead of slip amplifiers, which, well, they can help. I mean, we've had runs where slip amplifiers actually did quite a bit of work, but usually they kind of are not what you want to do. It depends though. We're in a dry sand sector, so yeah, look at that. Right, we'll find lots of arids. And apparently there's like remnants and minerals around it, which can work with it, because they can also require water. It's just like we need to find a source of water, essentially, right, in order to actually start. Because those are going to be the most important plants. There's lots of forge worlds here. Right, so we could do something like, you know, make chips, make more ore, and then do goods out of it. And then, you know, you can get 2 inputs and 2 outputs. So this has a plan to become successful at the very least. This is a problem though. Like, the tech we really want is energy, right? Solar superconductors. And that is the one tech that's not available, which is a bit... right. Like, that's the Vittori tech we really want in Tier 1, actually. Even over exploration tech, I think. Okay, there's a source of water, which unfortunately can't reach anything. And that's not entirely true, right? It can reach this and that, I suppose. But should I blindly found a source of water here? Just because, you know, it's going to find an output, pretty much guaranteed, because of dry sands, but it's not gonna work very well. Huh. Like, this would need like a source of water and a source of food somewhere down here, which is risky. Right? Like, it might not do anything, and in that case you've got a single person and that's it. And that's going to give you -3% permanent penalties, essentially. Even if you fix it up later with like things like void synthesizers, which we're going to probably need this to generate enough water. Just everywhere. So yeah, I don't know, blindly making water is a smart move. We have like no... That's like the first time we've seen no setup, right? I think I've seen runs where we've had a low amount of setup, but I haven't seen no setup ever. So you have a choice of either picking the colony here or picking the planet here. I could also take something else though, right? I could start with this one too, which, you know, that sort of combines together with these 3. But these are very expensive to run, so this won't make any money. Even though it looks good, right? We have 1, 2, 3 trays here, that's 12. But they cost us 2, 2, and 3, which is a total of 7. So we're only making 5 credits by setting this whole area up, which is about as much as a regular 2-way trade would. Even though these are 3 trays, right? The increased upkeep cost makes up for the trade benefits. Let me just... There we go. So what do we do here? It's a real question, isn't it? I mean, I could look here, but it probably won't lead to anything. I'm going to start here. This has to be a gamble. There's no other way. So let's hope for water, basically. That is not water, that's more arids. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Well, is there anything we might want to build? Like, I could build this. What's 19? Okay. At least the exploration perk gives us some money, right? So we can hopefully not go bankrupt immediately, which would be nice. Explore the designated area, I think, is what we want to do in the colonized planets. I don't think science output is going to be something that we're going to get very quickly here, just because of the difficult start we're having to deal with. Go ahead and get all 4 of these, because there might be something here. There was nothing. Yeah, and this is basically the problem, right? That we cannot fulfill this plant's needs at all. So we're stuck with this like one person here. Like, this is what I was fearing. It depended on what all these things were, but there's basically nothing here. So the way we could maybe deal with this whole mess is drill bots, right? If we had those, then it might be possible to sort of cheat out the ability to make ore via robots, and then we'll just make robots and ore everywhere. Which is a viable thing to do, but it's not the best thing to do usually. But yeah, we can't really move in this direction now because there's no availability of anything to fulfill this plant's needs. Which is a real issue. Like, we don't have solar superconductors available to gain energy. Now we don't have the other options for energy available either. Like, both the Bakar and the Vittori's let us down on the energy front. Which means that we're gonna have a hard time connecting anything, really. Dry sands can do this though. Like, it's the one, I think it's like the one type of galaxy where you can just end up with maybe like 3,000 score at the end. So this is going to be interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this as well and see if we can't find anything here. There is an ice ball here, which unfortunately we don't have freeze-resistant bolts because they're Silthid tech, which would be a source of water, right? Like, water is the problem. I need water. And it's just nowhere to be found. Also, we can't do these internal connection now because I sent a human out. But, I mean, this was probably the better deal than anything else, all things considered. Although, you know, we did block this off. Might not... I guess it's okay-ish, right? It's still not ideal. I mean, I guess. I could make this successful if I wanted. I might want to do that because the Vittori could give us a mission to do so I might want to keep that option open to actually focus on the remnant instead of the Forge Worlds. For example, I could make bolts here later, right? And those could drill bolt. Yeah, but this water extraction will always be requiring a human. I guess we go in this direction and try to like sort of build something near the edge. That also moves somewhat closer to this, right? We might be able to approach it from the top. Go ahead and have a look here. We're losing money. Which is never a good sign. Alright, of course it's like the one time we find a better source of water, which is one of the robots. But there's no other colony to be had here, so you know, go you, I guess. Thankfully, we have this, which I think costs 19, right? But it's at least a trade. And, I mean, that... Maybe we need slip amplifiers, to be honest. Like, slip amplifiers would allow water in there to happen. There's still no food, though. So, we still haven't got a start there. So, there's like not really a... It's still not really a thing. I might want a robot there. In all consideration. Of course, this is blocked off, so we can't do that either. The Bakar or the Dinder are preventing us from going much further. And we're also dealing with like, severe money troubles now because we have only 3 income. And no real way to increase it. At least as far as I can tell. Well, that's not entirely true. I guess we find this one. And the reason for doing so is that allows an additional water output here and a human output. Like, we can't use these colonies, but I mean, I should also connect you first because then we can get the 2 science. Hey, there's the cultural exchange, right? Which would be kind of nice if we could ever get to the late game. Right now, it's not looking like we're going to get to the late game though, so yeah, we have like 4 income. Make that 8 income, will you? So we at least have something. They can make something here. Probably a robot. Maybe a good though. So, you know, maybe we can solve this in some way. I doubt it. Like, if I want to do this, like a 2-way trade, then yeah. I mean, it wouldn't work because it needs water before it can even 2-way trade. So I guess we do this anyway. And we produce goods here that can't be output anymore. This is just wonderful. This is a problem. I think what I ought to do is go to the next year and actually found some kind of plant near the edge so we can keep going. Because if I do this, we run out for another whole year and we don't have the money to even connect it. So there's no point in actually colonizing that. Unfortunately, there's like no good plants here either. I can do one more scan of a little thing. Yeah, there's another arid. Isn't that... No, it's like a... I was gonna do it because like that gives us the Bakar, and then we have to take another asteroid. Or we leave it for now and skip. I think I skip here. You only get 7 credits for it and we lose half a year, but if I don't, I'm afraid to just run out. Right, we get to 7 and 8 of 8, and then our income goes down by 8, so... There's no money. There's an ocean. It's of course obstructed, because the game is like, no, we're gonna be mean. This is really mean, game. Why you do this? This is a nasty start. I don't think without not playing this blind, you could ever really hope to do anything here. Well, it's not entirely true, right? We could... Deep drilling, does that kind of help? It's not yet, but it will help once we send out this ore to places, which we can do. Not to very useful sources, but we can do that. I guess we could make some robots. Although, I'd want to make some goods in the end, because it's gonna need them, but they're gonna require, like, these things, right? To get anywhere, which... how are we gonna ever afford those? I have no clue. I also need like 2 more planets. And there's also a real problem of not having enough different types of planets. Like, I could probably found this one too. And then scan to make some money. That's 3 money we made, as well as that, but this obstruction is so rude. I mean, I could like do that, and then we get finally we get a 2-way trade, right? We get a start, but at what cost, right? I need to get to October, because otherwise we just don't have any money. So like we do this, do we still get like a little bit of money this year? So we can maybe 2-way trade here. I guess that seems like the best option, really. We get 2 trades out of it. There we go. You have 3 money, I suppose. Yeah, there's like 12 here, so it's okay. The struggle's real, right? Like, how do we deal with this? This is sort of the worst possible dry sands, and it shows. And dry sands has the potential of being the nastiest of all. But it's not always, right? I've had really nice dry sands runs where you got like, lots of stuff. Right, so we found this one to get 18. And then, there you go. And now there's like loads of ore, which is neat, but deep drilling isn't producing anything yet. But that will change, and the moment I colonize more stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, I take this for 6, I think. Because then we can... 0. That's the Dender mission done. I'm gonna get like 3 income now. Can we get more than 3, please? No, it doesn't seem like we can get more than 3. Oh boy. This is like the most we can get, like out of this asteroid too. Maybe found this one instead first. Like, what am I gonna produce here though? If we're gonna make goods here, then there's no reason to really give you anything else, because it's gonna connect anyway, like with like slip amplifier, which I'm probably gonna take. So in that case, we'll make robots here. Question mark? That seems like okay. Like, this is the other way of doing this, right? We get the 18 anyway. And we get like 6 instead of 3. It's better. I've got these robots here that I can do nothing with, but... Because I need some way of generating food, right? If I could make a desert thing. The Dender have that tech. I'm not going to increase my science output. I'm going to just make population and ore, I think. Although making population will be difficult. But more importantly, I'm going to use as much ore as possible. So that we get... that's not even worth colonizing, right? It's like 1 income for it. I might want to like stick with what we have and wait. Oh, this is really bad. Like, all of these are. I mean, there's more water here. What about going for this water? Like, this is cheap. It's cost 2, I guess, but our income goes down to 3 again. But more importantly, we scout some more things here, which this is money, right? Like, our perks make this worth something. Yeah, look at that. Right, now we have 15. So I can send this in. It still makes 6. Which I guess is a thing. Alright, made our money back at the very least. This water planet needs a thing. I guess I can do this one. Because we have a source of chips. And then we have a source of food, and we have a source of robots, and we have a source of ore. Yeah, I guess this is okay. Like, we found a thing that we can actually build into. The problem is we don't have any money whatsoever to really build this. Slight issue, right? Slight problem. No way of really fixing that, I suppose. I mean, I guess this one's okay too to do, right? If only we had the money to connect it in. It's 12 for that one. Well, I guess we start here, right? It's like 5. Oh, we got an asteroid here. If I could find 3 more planets, then no, just the 1. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, we get to make another 8 credits. Like, this is tough. We're scrounging by basically. So this is going to be very expensive at 20, right? It's maximum cost. None of this helps, as this requires established. So, you know, no disease eradicating in order to make a second human here, for example. That would be nice, because now we would be able to get this ore from 2 directions, and it would actually be, you know, worth using. But unfortunately, it's not. Like, you need to get these to, like, prosperous, and then they start making more trade income. Right? Like, this 30% more income is neat, right? But it's not making anything right now. Like, we don't even have any benefit from that tech. But it's still a tech I want, because it's, like, the only income tech available. And there are slip amplifiers, which could be used to some extent, I believe, somewhere. Right? I thought they could be. Well, what? It's like water available here, but then there's no users of water here, right? Like, this thing's in the way. I wish I had the thing to blow up plants, because that would just instantly destroy a bunch of them, and then we would have some money. But you don't. There's like 6 here. It's like 3, right? 8 and 9? Not right. I made one money from that. I could also scout this. It's risky, but I think we have to do it. Alright, we got enough money to found this and still have 4. Don't ask. It's going to barely break even, and that's about as much as we can make from it possibly, so no reason to scout that. Like, the only scans you really want to do is scans to make money, right? I think worth 0. This is this one, but it costs me money, so I can't do it. Right. Oh yeah, well, we're gonna maybe even die from like all these that we're gonna, like, we have 4 planets that are going to be thing, and we die at 70. Oh man, we have to solve one of these 4, and they're all unsolvable. We might just be dead, which that's rude, but you know, that's gonna be it. Never happened before. Just rip, alright? Alright, I can solve you at the very least. So our income's now 11, which is, you know, alright. 2 years. 70%. How do we get 70%? We need to get some happiness from like sources, right? Can we do that? 13 income, that's nice. 18 income, there we go. All right. How much is that? 17? All right. You get it. 63. And then we're dead, right? Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, so this is as far as we can go back, because that's the last time we scanned. The thing is that none of these can be solved. Well, that's not true. There's an Earth-like here, which can be used to solve that. Like, this is the problem, right? But we have to do something inefficient here, and we don't really have the money to do that. Right, well, I mean, we got up to 12 income, I suppose, right? And this sort of makes some humans. Right, and then there's some ore available here, and it could be sent here, and it could be sent there, right? And then these two can send out as well. Now, the thing is we're still paying 4% a year, right? Because of these three. And can't stop it. But at least we stopped this one. But it's still unemployment, right? I don't know if that's the right choice. I think it's not. Because unemployment doesn't really make it any better. I could wait until it's like at 7%. In which case, maybe the answer is to colonize this, question mark? Like, you can make a chip there. This one needs to output its robot somewhere, which we just can't. I knew that, but like, what else are you gonna do? I guess I can solve 1% here. But again, this thing is so expensive to run that we run out of cash if I do that. There's like 1% here, 1% there. Like, this whole combination we had going here was fine if only we could afford it. I wish I could get some money out of ruins or something, but we can't. So that's great, right? I can't do it in that order is the thing. Like, I need to do it in this order because it makes more money. And it sort of leaves us with like 11 here. Also, this is unhappiness too. Which, like, we're going to 59% here, and there's nothing I can do about it. Well, I mean, I can like solve this when it hits -7, which gives us +7, right? -1, -2. There's like, if I can look at the happiness view, right? Like, these are going to be -8s, and I can't do anything about it. I can solve this one, I suppose, as well, right? So I can solve 7 here and 2 there, so we can solve like 9%. Well, given that we have the money, right? Which we don't. And this also doesn't really lead to any exploration either. Like, if I could get the Bakar money, which is 60 here, right? Can I get my hands on the Bakar money? Because we could colonize a bunch of these in order to get the Bakar money, in order to make some connections, which that could lead to enough happiness. I wonder, right? And this costs 4. I think that's a smart move, maybe, right? But how do we get there? If the asteroids are not in the right positions either, right? They're all like near the planets we don't want to colonize because they're not. Like, this one doesn't do anything, right? All it does is make things worse. This one has been a tragedy, so has this one. But I mean, I had to take them blind because there was no combination at the start. What do I even do here? Like, this wasn't correct either, right? Like, it's I mean, I guess. I could scan, but that's gonna just make things worse because scans are costing money. Can I get some money from this instead of culture exchange? Because I don't care about the culture exchange at this point. Like, just surviving is going to be a challenge. I think the right answer to this map would have been just colonize like 2 things and just sit on your 30 points. That's as much as you can get. Wow, what a map. What a map that I'm even considering that. Alright, so 11 points, 5 here. We can get a 70. Oh man, that's a lot, isn't it? Alright, so 2. I need money to get that. That's the thing. 4, 6, 8. I shouldn't even connect everything in then. There's this one too, which. So we're gonna run into 16 planets. We're gonna go bankrupt if I do that as well. Like, bankruptcy is a real problem as well. It's just like, right. No. That don't work. No, it doesn't that. Like, you could look here, right, and be like, oh, well. It's like the more we go out, the more we can scout, and the more we can... Nah, not worth doing. I think this one's worth doing, because there's like an ocean here which can two-way trade. Although, I prefer making water on every ocean planet. Why is there also like no robot source near this, right? It's like the one farm it can have, and then there's no robots near it. We have some here. You need like 1,000 credits, right? Basically, this one. This at least unlocks this asteroid. Now we end up with 6 credits here. And you can get this one too. Which, like, this trades with a bunch of places, right? If it had food, it would be pretty good. Like freezers and bots, right? To get a ball in, get things in, and then like have a magical primordial appear here, I suppose. This is all we can do. I mean, if I can... I mean, I can, like, connect things. That's not the real issue. But how are we going to even get enough money to connect everything? There's, like, no way, right? Is there, like, a better planet to found? There's nowhere else near... I guess this one. This is option A. And then we got this one as well. Well, I guess we do this one then, right? That results in anything. Maybe skip for 11 money so that we have enough to actually do these things. Alright, and then if I do the two-way trade, that actually makes some significant cash. Well, we'll try. Okay, that was not very lucky. Also, this again, there's no food available, so if I do that, then I don't get any, but it's like the only two-way trade, right? It's like the only thing it can do. The car wants us to make ore, yeah. The car is rude. But we gotta. Immediately spend it all, right? Six. Let's just see what this does, right? Then we need to make ore somewhere else too. It's over in that area. Now we got 60. And then we get to die. We have like 40 money now. From the car mission. Which is a thing. Now let's try to fix as many things as possible here. The first thing that's gonna need to be fixed is you. Alright, that's cool. And there's this connection here, which should fix 2 things as well. And then we're out of money again. Wow. And it's like this. Right? But we're still at -4 income. Right? Like, even after all that trouble, we're bankrupt. Wait, why are we bankrupt? Oh, we're losing 8 because of founding that planet, right? So this whole plan don't work. Whoa. This whole idea is just awful off. I scanned here too, right? Isn't there a better... We have to found another ore planet is the thing. That's the only way we survive with regards to income. So it's probably got to be that one. And you know, we could just start with this. I don't see. Wait, don't I look at the money? I should look at the happiness. Alright, we gotta connect you in. There's like no other way of living, really. We can also do this, right? The Dender mission. Try to do that. Can you connect? No. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Because then we'd have the food for that, and that would make enough humans together with this one. I've probably got to do this one now. That's still bankrupt, see? Because of the 8 loss. And then you lose from happiness. I think the end score of this run is going to be 0. And yeah, we're dead. There's no way to win. Well, that's not true. We get like 917, but... No, it's 0 because we lose. This all doesn't count. Just... no score. I'm gonna have to try next game. What a game, right? What I want to do is... this is not going to count, but we're going to replay the sector. And we're going to try and see if it's winnable. Because this is a challenge, right? This is one hell of a challenging sector. So let's have a look and see if we can find some place to go, right? So what if we didn't found any of this and we knew that since there isn't anything here and there isn't anything there, we want to go here because over here there is a set of planets, right, that will lead to like a complete collection of things that is like a circle of like 5 planets. And this is like the only area in which that's the case. This whole area, right, doesn't work. There's no way to make it work. Everything is obstructing each other, or there's like too many arids and too many things that don't work together. So we basically can't go here until we go here. Alright. Well, let's abandon the run. We have lost. The first time ever, right? Like a complete loss? I've never had that. We're going to go ahead and restart the same map. It counts as playing a known seed. Now, we were playing with Dender, Bakar, Vittori... No. Were we playing with Dender? Yeah, right? Yeah, we were playing with Dender, Bakar, Vittori, and we were playing with these two. That's all going to be locked in, and we're going to retry it. Now, this one doesn't count, right? The score doesn't count, but I'm still going to try to see if we can somewhat complete this map with like somewhat of a satisfactory score. Well, this counts as a loss, technically. Alright. So we know that we don't want to go top left, because there's nothing there. The whole area is condemned. Alright, so I wanted to make water here, I guess. Alright, this is on another planet that we can't use, but we have to found it in order to get into this direction. Now, I can't remember, but I think we went for the jungle, and then this one, and then this one, right? And then this one. Yeah, this was it. Actually, we can still fulfill you, which is kind of nice. Right. Let me go ahead and, I guess, scan. I'll try to do it efficiently, at least. Alright, so... yeah, this is a problem. Like, doing this mission... I guess we... found one more planet here and just sort of... be like, yeah, I mean... are you going to be in range? Because I know you're going to be mineral. It's just out of range. It's got to be this one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, make a bot. No, wait, there were no users of this bot, right? Make it good then. And you're just going to sit there and be useless. Well, we get the task, right? The task is important because we want to get to those tier 2 tasks because we're going to be lacking on money otherwise. So we get to make food. We have to make a robot. It's gonna be October, it's annoying. We also got 2 out of this one, right? Now we get good use out of the asteroids instead of having to waste them. Still think I'm making the bot factory even though it costs a little more because we can make it back with a better scan. Like there you get 6 out of the scan instead of 3. So spending the 3 is fine. And then we get to finally like... let's not forget to get deep drilling, because that's actually worth a little bit of money. There we go, 19 income. We got a start. This works. You're going to just be sat there and be sad. But yeah, we have a little empire that actually runs. Like we can end the game now and have a better score. That counts. 689. It's better than 0. Anything's better than 0. Alright, so what's up here? There's like a swamp here. There's this connection to be made later too, right? So also this could go there, like get value out of infraways, I suppose. Not that I'm too confident that we'll ever get to them, but you know, it's a thought that counts. That, I mean, it's unknown if we're going to get colonies for it, right? And also have another food place here, so it really would love to be a colony, but there's no chips for it. Alright, why don't I have a look in here? Well, maybe because this connection exists. Although it's out of range, but, you know, there are slip amplifiers, which might be necessary. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they will probably be very necessary in order to get anything done here. So which ones do we already have? Forge World, Earth like a mineral. We haven't done a swamp yet, but this one is risky. Also, we want water. Right? Like if I want to make this successful, it needs water. Will it actually increase in income when it becomes successful because of the way it works? Or is surrounding? No, it's surrounding before things, so it doesn't actually even increase in income. Like it gets 8 normally, and then it gets plus 30%, which rounds up, I believe. How that works? Because get 8 from the 2 minerals, and then plus 30% would be 10.4, which should round down, but apparently it rounds up. I have no clue. But because of the way the rounding works out, the 10% extra from becoming successful, you might think, well, that goes to 12.1 right now. Wait, it says 9 there? Oh, because upkeep costs, right, okay. We're not making more money if I connect this in is the thing. But it is a sort of water and it's extremely likely we'll find a use for it. And there's a colony here, so we can always fulfill its need. I suppose it's okay. Like, we get like extra ore too. Should I wait with the extra ore? Because Bakar is going to give us a mission to make ore, right? How much money does this make? 3? There's no real need for it, I suppose, then. Oh, this is excellent. Like, for example, there's this connection now, right? Which allows us to complete this. Not bad. Alright, we'll do it. Make it January. And we get to connect this in. Oh, you know, another thing. And finally... Oh. We do this first, so we get the Denner mission complete. Because, yeah, we get population and ore, right? So, doing this makes an extra population, so that saves us a little bit for doing the mission. Like, every tiny bit, right, is important here. And speaking of every tiny bit, let's do this as well. Although, I might want to connect this here. These get source of goods here as well, right? So we can actually make you successful. Do I want to do this connection? I mean, it doesn't obstruct anything, right? That's the beautiful part. What about this one? Doesn't either. So yeah, sending out the human... I guess it's not a problem because we could make goods here. I don't know. I guess we do this first so we can see what we get. We can get... Huh. What about a science colony? Like, that's a form of science that's very cheap to run. And it has a colony available there, and this colony has water. It just needs the food. And the water is very good up here because it also sends in here. If we're going science colony, can we send out the human? I mean, I guess we can't afford to, right? This wants to use this ore first. I guess we send this one, and I guess this one as well, because we're not colonizing anything here. And then, I guess a skip to save on money, because colonizing something costs money. And like we're not starved for time, we're starved for cash, right now, and getting all this ore is going to be too expensive at first. So yeah, like the science colony here, right, is like worth... Oh, we need a Vittori mission complete first, which is going to cost me the one that we don't have yet, but they go for the two-way trade, right? And it's like 19 here, it's kind of expensive. Now we get to do this. That's 2 ore. That's 3. This whole step up is not that bad. You have to make a goods factory. You're successful. Really, to connect 2 successfuls together? 3 in fact? Although... the order's kind of important. I need to do this first now, because otherwise we lose that ability. We actually have enough income to survive the 16 here, which is good because that was a problem last time too. Like we had a choice of how we were going to die, either bankruptcy or happiness, but had no way of actually getting enough money to do anything. Alright. That didn't really accomplish very much. I guess we can wetland farm. Again, like the same logic, right? We skip to the end of the year because we don't have enough income to actually spend the whole year building anything anyway. Let's go ahead and have a look at the other side, see if we can't get something here. There's lots of science. There's scrap it for parts as well, which is You know, this is not too bad because it allows you to make income. Even considering this, right? Normally I would be like, yes, slap down that 8 science, right? I mean, if we could get to it, right? If we could get to the quantum computing, then we're okay. Like this one again, like we have another planet here that we can't fulfill its needs. That's just gonna be the thing. Can we reach that? Like we can. Like this is another 3 ore, right? Like this mission is difficult but doable if we have the ability to sort of like fulfill this planet's needs. That's out of range. I guess this one too, right? Which could make some more. Drill bots are going to be a big thing, I think, because we have so many deserts that we can just drill bot everything up, and that might just yield us more stuff than anything else. Like we could make a huge lab out of ore, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants up in here. This is like ore central. Maybe I should have made a robot here in anticipation of the future, but I'll maybe do that next time, right? If we try this again. Okay, no. Okay, let's just go ahead and make you happy. And yes, we're leaving a robot here, but I guess, right? Can't have it all. That's also good. It's like 39 income. Like we're at 615 planets, which actually is good. This sort of leaves us with 39 income. Just a nice amount. Can we get the things? I guess we can found this mineral world. Alright. Oh, can you... I guess with slip amplifiers you could. Huh. We're not that far off them. Like, I could make more goods here. Although, you know, I would love this connection, right? Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I should have maybe done this. And connected this from down here, because it can actually connect. We need to restart, right? Is there a way to just restart? No, there's no restart from the beginning button. I wouldn't like that. This has been restarted anyway, right? Like this connection here would allow us to get goods in there. Unfortunately, I connected the rune from the wrong side to make that work. Then we could make chips here, right? Is there still source of chips over here? The recycling operation. I guess it's fine. These are slip amplifiers, which I guess don't really do very much. I think I would love most of all is if we could find some kind of colony for you. But there isn't any. It's just ice balls and nothing here. That's not true. Does it stack with itself? This is a horrifically expensive slipway, but no, it does not. Only one slip amplifier counts. This is not enough even with slip amplifier. It's too long. 30% extra, 50% extra. Like how far do we range? Yeah, like this far. If I had the slip amplifier for you, it would work. Again, like, you know, a relay would do it. We get access to quantum computing now. To what end, I don't know, because there's like no way to get it, but it's like 6 out of 8. Wait, doesn't this? Oh, it does. I guess we skipped in some way. You can get like money here. Guess we gotta like. We made 41, right? That's not bad. I don't have any laboratory, but we can't afford any, so you know. Look, economic zones, right? We had some kind of income tech. Bakar, why don't you have any income tech? So I guess like this is sort of fine. So can we now maybe do something in this area here? Now that we have the slip amplifiers. Like that was this, right? Which I knew was gonna be annoying. Because there's no food around here for you, or biomatter for that matter. We do get access to that. Which that does work, right? In the end. There is water access right here. So yeah, I guess this is the thing we want to do next then. Like try to do the Dendron mission, right, as well. So we get all the cash we can get, and then there's no more cash available, so we'd be on our own from that point on. That might be a bit of an issue. Right, we have a source of food. It's again, it's like the most annoying one, but this works, right? Well, why? I go to January like that, because that... Alright, 51 income, 40 credits. Now we should be able to make some science. 3 prosperous plants. Let's make some science. Where do you want us to go, Bakar? Far too far away. Okay. Yeah, we could like do that, but now we need to actually make some real science out of real things. And there's no good source of or place to do it, of course. Like the endless problem, right? I mean, I guess that's not true. I guess at this point it would be fine to found this plant, yeah. Like most of these things are not, like we've got like a few things in the corners that are, like we might still run out of happiness is the thing. This one is not reachable, right? It's too long, the connection. There's that connection, which I don't want to actually make, I think, even though it's like a successful. There's water here too, like 2 sources, 3 sources even if I wanted to. But, you know, we need to use robots as humans. Oh, we do have that. Machine sentience is real good with robots. That allows you to use robots as humans, and then we can like make water with robots. And then the robots can also go into the deserts to mine, and then the mines then require the water too, right? That's sort of the idea, at least. We can send in a good here now. That's nice. Sorry, no. There's at least like the 10% happiness penalty gone here. It's now only 8, although we get permanent penalties, right? I don't know how we're going to fill the needs of these arid plants, really. Like, the deserts are in the way and stuff. But I need one in order to provide a human to fulfill the lab. And all of these require that. Like, we need the drill bolts, basically, in order to do anything here. And for that we need science. But in order to get science, we need to get science. It's like an endless problem that doesn't have a solution. Endless loop. There's like a big ocean here, which has lots of water in it, but can we have a second source of water up here? We can build water lab? No. That would be a bit too good, right? I mean... The source of water is not very nice though, because it only will ever produce up to 2. And yeah, we'll use up the one immediately, and the other one as well, right? Like if I want to find a colony here, then there's no food for it too, right? So, right? That's this one, which, okay, I guess. Doesn't do anything. You get to the quantum computing, right? That would make some science. But how to get there? How indeed to do that? I guess we have to read out science. I'm not a fan because we're going to 24. We can't afford that, I think. I guess one thing we could do is just this. That's not the greatest lab, but it has potential to grow later. To like 4 or 5 science at some point. We've got 1 point here. And we get to up it to like 2 here. Or 3 even. We get the Vittori mission, which unlocks Vittori options, which should allow 8 more science here. Now we are at 20. We need 1 more point, which we can get just from a scan somewhere, I suppose, right? There we go. And then we get the quantum. Wait, what? Why is it still at 20? This is annoying. Let's do that. That's why we're making 7 a year, which is better than like none. So we've got to get some science in order to get everything like started. Do we make ore here? I don't know if I want to. There's like tons of sources here, but these one, I guess it's humans into things is fine. Because it's like mines and mineral plants, right? So maybe we don't, I guess we do want both the drill bots and the machine sentience. We want like every tech in tier 3 basically, and like nothing here. I mean, I guess we could get like something like dimensional anchoring in order to make things cheaper, or perhaps enlightenment. But goods aren't a problem. We have plenty of them. I guess not here, but right, it's like the one place. I suppose it's fine. We're still not taking too much damage from happiness losses. This is 37. I think we can make this with an amplifier, which is nice. I don't think we need to just take care of this human in there, so we get some more income. There's like a 2-way trade here available for this water, which will mean that this is fulfilled. Which is that this won't ever probably be. It depends on whether or not we can find some food, right? So the goal here would be to build a big ore lab, which will be able to send in lots of things everywhere. It's a case of use robots as humans, right? That's the main thing. That's going to really help. Right, so there's that, which makes some boxes now. And I guess like, you are available too. If only we could find. Right. And there's this available for using robots, as well as that as well. Can we like increase your output further? Do we have skill facilities at some point? We do. Alright. This is good to keep in mind, because then we get water in here as well. There's one here too, but there's no humans for it. I wish I had some more, right? Is this empty? Yeah, it is. Use robots as humans can also unlock this, which might be like even more stuff. We need a regular human though, no matter what. And I think the only one we can get is this arid. If I want this area to work, then the only way is to get this human here. So we're also running out of money again, right? We're gonna get 31 and then it's just true death, so... No answer to that either. Time dilation. Time dilation is useless. Doesn't do anything. Patently useless. Alright, that doesn't help. Yeah, I guess we amplify you. Do we? Wait. I think that's not the right one to amplify. I think we amplify the colony because of the availability of Genesis cells later. Oh, we do want that as well. I guess we amplify you then. Because we could send water in here as well. The 31. I don't know about it because like this can't get another ore output, so it's like whatever, right? I guess we can like do a lab here with ores as well, but it's can only do ever 3, so sort of a meh one. I would love some kind of, oh, that's good, some kind of farm. I was like, can we get a farm for you? Because then we can get some stuff in here. And get a two-way trade, makes more water, does a lot more things then. We're only making 29, right? No, we got another asteroid here too. Does this consume some asteroids? Say we can't. I don't know about this area. Should be waiting on it. I think we should be waiting on it because we're gonna make more. Alright. I don't want to found a plant at the end of the year because we're making very little money. Every single penny counts here, so I was like scrounging up, right? Some cash. Just like, yeah. Life making more prosperous, right? The Dender mission is to make things prosper, which is a bit difficult in this situation. You might imagine that there's no real way of making anything prosperous here. Like, got 3, 4 things here, which that's 5. I guess with you it can be, it's still gonna be 5. Like even with the relays and things, it's a bit too tricky. And I guess with culture, right? With culture it could work, which is like all the way down here, but I mean, I've only got like 9 more years. I don't see orbital labs happening either. They're too expensive. We could take them, right? But they're neither here nor there. What do we do here? I wanted to get access to like one more tech here, right? I mean, it might just be orbital labs though. What else would we get here? I guess mineralize. That means we don't need robots. That's actually real nice. It saves us a tech. We take the mineral seeding and we can take self-hosting AI now. And with the mineral seeding we can, like, if we could use bots as humans, then that would be real good. So we have more bots here too, right? Can bots actually research for us? We get use bots as humans? I think they can, right? Interesting. Alright, well, we'll start with this one, I think. And then we'll grab the two-way trade because we need the money. I hope for some farm, but there's no farm here, right? Okay, well, fine. Have it your way. This game is difficult here. Okay, so we get that and that. But the question is, can we even get there in time otherwise? I think we can't. So we have like 7 more years, so we got to build this lab. No, because otherwise we don't get access to it, ever. And we want to put it in such a way that it can actually access all things. It's going to be a bit tricky, because that... Alright, it accesses all three here. Well, probably won't found all of them. But yeah, this is like ore, right? This is lots of ore. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, we gotta be precise about this, otherwise we don't get anything. There's like 3 science right there. That is neat. Alright, let's try to... 27. Okay, there's like nothing here again, of course. You don't know how to solve you. Oh, that's just rude, isn't it? Yeah, mess this up again, I think. There's like nothing down here as well. Well, we need the bots as humans, right? So we don't have to make more humans, because it's too difficult to make colonies in this sector, because there's nothing everywhere. Right, now we got 10 a year, right? So we can get access to this next year. It does save us like quite a few years. I guess we skip again in order to get machine sentience, which is kind of going to be quite huge, I would imagine. There you go, right? There's all the ore. Alright, that's good. This is the thing I should really want to do, right? Like send in the bolt into here, get a chip here, make an ore here. And here as well, right? And I guess we can, right? Get a two-way trade out of that. That's such a nice thing there, right? We can just keep going with this sort of mess. Another two-way trade. Like this is... There we go. Successful on you. Like, this is all the thing that I saw, right? We can make a big ore lab here. Though 8 is not spectacular, I suppose. If we could add some infraways and stuff, we would get even more, right? But that's not in the cards either. Any way of solving this area? No. We've got happiness problems again as well. There's like all these plants in the corner that are, yeah, they're all like -6, -8. Like this one needs a human, this one needs food, right? If we have food processor, then, you know, solved, but we don't have any. Is it actually worth it? It's 4 science for 4 years. It's not actually worth it. It's actually detrimental. I don't want it. I don't want self-hosting AI. I think I want terraforming drones. Or dimensional anchoring, either one of those two. And then, I guess I had dimensional anchoring, right? Enlightenment? I guess enlightenment. Enlightenment allows us to get this colony upgraded, right? Does that do anything? Not really. It doesn't do anything. This one is like stuck. Yeah, this one's really bad, but I mean, I had to make this lab work, right? To get the science early enough. Drillbots doesn't do anything either. Like, this does make some of the science back is the thing, right? Like, we can get access to culture, then we can maybe get some more things upgraded, which might be necessary in order to stop us from dying to happiness in the final year. Like, this is enough to get the universal harmony at the very least. Which is a thing. Like, that does do something. I consider do like the fancy thing here with like the laboratory that accepts multiple things. Well, actually, hold on. If I... Yeah, you're gonna be... And this is still good, right? It costs like 15. You can get like more ore. You get like chips in here, right? Oh, that kills us. Wait, hold on a second. That's bad. Yeah, we got like 2 years to get above 70% is the thing. Maybe we can undo this whole mess that we did here. I can't undo this one. I wanted to really undo this one, as this is the real problem. Like, we skipped a bunch of years, right, in order to get this area here. I guess what we could do is try to get some more science earlier. The problem is this happiness leak, right, that we have, and there's no real way to solve it. Like these two are like the main culprits, and there's like a couple here as well, and there's no way to solve any of them. And maybe we can solve this one, right? Doesn't look like it though. This can't possibly provide us with a robot, so that's a no. I mean, there's like ore here for people, but that doesn't do anything. Like, we need the money in order to make things happen, so I can't afford to build more science right now. Like, 10 is about as much as we can afford to do, because otherwise we have no money. There's like more minerals we can make in various places, but that doesn't do anything. Like, we needed to make... Well, like, you know, there's your bots, which could be used as humans if only this was not in the way. Although, you know what, that's not too bad, actually. Because that solves 5% here, right? That's so expensive. I guess necessary if you don't want to die from happiness. But there you go, have a thing. That saves us like 5%. Which I guess is fine, but not what I want, because now Like, we do get access to this mess, right? We do get access to machine sentience, which is good. Also, let's send out a bot in here, I suppose. That's fine. And, you know, there's this one as well. Which we can't afford anything here now, which is, like, annoying. Wait, no, I don't want that one, actually. I saw a better solution here. We can do it from this side. And then we can access... daft. Here. I want to have maximum value out of this asteroid. We get like, oh my god, like 4 income, seriously? Oh, because of 32? How do you get more than just 4? Which is like this. You can get 30-ish, hopefully, anyway. Like, set this whole thing up again, right? That we had before. Make a 2-way trade here now. That's good. Get 6 here. Now what? Good question. This, right? How do we do this? Not like that. The capital is important. I think all of this capital that we've got going in here is actually really important. We've got all of these asteroids here that could be used. Maybe not that one. Maybe this one first. Try to like... It's the time as well, right? It's like super annoying how this like slight cash shortage is leading to us not being able to do anything here. That's not connected to you guys. That's connected to you two. Like, if I could just found a way to... I guess we start with a 2-way trade, right? That's just going to be a thing. Because that's how you make the most possible money. Because we get to 12. And then we use that to do a 2-way trade. Right. I'm gonna get this one because yeah, we need to do that before we can make the trade, right? So yeah, that's fine. I got the 6 here. And we get this one. Don't forget to grab self-hosting AI. We get a 2-way trade here, and then we get to make the 10 science, I suppose. Not yet though, because we can't afford it. If this can, I guess eventually connect, that's fine. And that didn't really do all that much, right? We got 9. Yeah, we got 3 income from that. I think that does more. If I'm not mistaken. Like 10 science is not bad. So we can send ore to places, right? That's the main thing. If we can send out the ore, then it works. Then we get money. But if we can't, then sort of fixes you. We leave that until later for the Dender mission. Although maybe it's fine to take it because it does make lots more money. Right, the 616 a year. Okay, like this was bad, right? I didn't want to do this. This is real bad. We need to make like robots. Yeah, food, like robots into more robots, right? And then there's like ore. There's more ore here, more ore there, if so desired. Like this is all the ore you ever want, and then a lab in the middle, and we get lots of stuff. But first we gotta like get something else. Now we couldn't go in this direction, we couldn't go in that direction. Where else can we go? Like up here, it was pretty bad too, because there was nothing to be had. Like, there's nothing to be very good up here as well. I mean, there was a thing, but it suffered from not being able to complete the food, right? And then we got like forced into something we couldn't get here. So yeah, I guess we just... we could scrap it for parts and get some chips and ore. But I'd rather learn from its construction so we can get some science out of it. I want to keep that, because I might want to found that one as well. Because the Bakar will have a mission to make lots of ore, right? It's like important that we don't found forge or minerals with other stuff. Alright, well, so I can go in this direction. I don't know if this is correct, but I haven't been here yet, so that's sort of the thing. I have to like actually keep scouting. Do I at least make 2 money? There's no solutions there. Alright, well, this area is bad then. Alright. Well, we now know that that area is no good as well. I wanted to scout there, because like, but scouting somewhere usually means you die, right? So I think I did the wrong order, it's the thing as well. I should skip some things at some point. Right, because like... yeah, okay, playing with the Euphorians will make it lots easier, I understand that, because we make money then, but that's not the challenge, right? The challenge is to do this, which is like a run without any money tax in the dry sand sector with horrible planet layout. We needed this one in the corner. The only way to get it is get a 3, which is... This is unintuitive as hell, right? The start. But it makes sense, because we need to... Actually... I think what we want to do is something utterly unintuitive, which is to skip the first year. Which allows you to get missions earlier. Right, because the layout is so bad that we ought to like get like this gives us 2 Dender things here to start with. I actually want to do that one later. Try to do this first so we get some more money income, rather than having that planet in the corner that doesn't do anything for a while. This sort of setup works. And now we get 4 out of 6 instead of 2 out of 6. Now, which way do we go? We couldn't go bottom left. We couldn't go here. We couldn't really go there. We couldn't really go there. Up? Left? Like far left? Like all the way left? Maybe. This gets the Bakar mission completion, right? Jungle Earth like forged mineral. There's like an arid up here that can make a two-way trade, right? Skip so we don't end up doing that at the start of the year. This gives us then their mission. Right, 8 population, 8 total production. That's the one we want. It's the only one that's doable. Let's go ahead and try. Okay, and I believe there was a source of food here. I could be mistaken though. Yeah, there is. Not a terrible one either, because I want to make a robot there. Yeah, this works. In fact, you know. Though maybe not. Maybe we let this go until -7 and then get this one. The reason is that later on it becomes a two-way trade, right? And then we want chips here probably. Now this was a problematic one as well, because there's like this one had no way of making... I mean, there is a food here, right? There's gonna be a lack of chips if I do that, that's the thing. It's like a ore up here as well. Like we need to make tons of ore for the Bakar. No easy way of doing it. We don't have 18 income. I might want to go to 3407 first. I think we go and do this first because I can make food here for you. We take the 12 to get that done. There's another two-way trade. There's like 2 humans here in the water, which is nice. There's even like robots here. We could do a robot laboratory. Just 2 humans and a robot, or 2 robots and a human, right? Like I don't know if I have enough extra robots then to do all the things. Is the problem? Well, I guess it's fine, right? You use this one instead. I'd love the extra thing. Like robots as humans is the thing we really are looking for. Because that enables... Alright, this one didn't have access to the robot, but, you know, that's... Okay, I guess. Oh, it's obstructed by a hair. And this one's obstructed as well, right? Yeah, everything is problematic up here. So I guess this one's just going to stay like that. I don't know what else to do though, right? Oh right, deep drilling. Ooh, forgot about some income there. That's actually real bad. Well, we can at the very least build this mine, right? There's quite a bit of value out of that asteroid. You're at -7%. You have to be solved right now. Yeah, we have a problem with like bots. By doing that mine. We can't do that mine if I want to. Fetch a lab. I mean, that's a good lab, right? That's not bad. You get 3409 here. We'll get the extra here as well. 3 more income. The bots will go in all sorts of directions. This is a beautiful part. We get mineralize again. We get like this. Yeah, we get like the same tech setup, right? We get mineral seeding. Maybe you don't need slip amplifiers, right? To get mineral seeding, we get quantum computing. And then what else? Other tech? Enlightenment, maybe? Then we don't need to make any goods as well. Those 2 human plants that we do have. That means no amplifiers? I don't know if we need the amplifiers too, is the thing. I think we probably do. That was a good scan. Trying to make money with them, right? I mean, there's like stuff available here as well. Maybe I make more bolts. The access to no chips though could be pretty bad. Although you have a thing and you have a thing, right? So it's sort of fine. We get more robots here anyway. Oh yeah, we don't have the money to do that. Not yet anyway. We need like 2 more ore. And 3 more dender as well. Well, some of the Vittori will ask for science output, right? I believe they do. Let's go ahead and have a look. Right, that was like this. Which I needed for science as well. We could get ore and chips for you. Instead. I don't think so though. There's like mineral seeding here, which could be good. But yeah, I could mineral seed this desert right now. It would preclude slip amplifiers though. I don't know if we need those to get access to a good lab. I think we do, because like this connection is going to be very long. This is this one, that one, that one. There's here, and there's like more stuff. These 2 we couldn't get because there's no bolts for it. I believe. Yeah, it's like this colony, but it doesn't have biomatter. Oh wait, it does with Genesis seeds, right? Like this tech. So I guess it does. And that's really nice because this colony gives us access to the 4-barrel, it gives us access to the water, it gives us access to the food, it gives us access to both of these. Oh, probably this one then, right? Because, oh, maybe we ignore this and we go in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we want slip amp. Which is the tech I want, and then you can get the quantum computing next. And hopefully get access to things. So what's going where then? Like that's 7 humans, right? Not 8. Like we're still 1 human short. If we could get access to 1 more human, it would work. Like 1 more colony somewhere. Like I don't really want to find another colony is the thing. Because they aren't very useful. Because this one is like obstructed by a hair, which is so annoying, right? If it wasn't, then we could like make another colony here, make a 2-way trade, and then we're done here in this area. We're also done with the missions at the same time, which is very, very nice. Especially the Dender mission, because it gives some science points. So yeah, I guess we do this, right? There's like 8. We got to use this thing as well. The happiness might be a problem, but suddenly we have money, right? It's like 7 here. This is good, but it's not. Yeah, we could do this. Or no, wait, that, right? Yeah, it's out of range, but we have slip amp. Probably on the colony, right? Slip amplifier. Found two-way trade. Get this and then task complete. Okay. And this one, right? Alright, so you get the extra robot. There we go, that's 20, and then you get this culture exchange. Which I might want. First though, you know, we unlock that tech, which is very important. And then probably mineral seeding. I mean, if I get culture exchange, that would be this one, and then culture exchange, or this one, culture exchange, I guess. Like suddenly that being available, and does it make any sense whatsoever though? It might be too tricky to use. I think it's too ambitious, maybe? Well, we'll have a look, right? If we can make use of it. First though, let's just make that water, right? Send it in there. Gives us access to lots of things. Lots of outputs here as well. I think enlightenment could be good here too. Although I built a slip amp here, which I needed to, so I guess no enlightenment then, right? For you and for you, right? It's like there's like 3 people that could get enlightenment. Which that creates prosperity as well. That's a way to do it. What about that? Maybe I shouldn't have amplified this one then. If I want to go enlightenment, hold on. Can we? Ah, we can't. Alright, well. Too bad then. Yeah, I was like, maybe we can slip amplifier this one instead, and that works too, right? Because then you can enlighten things, and then that works. So that was like a science thing we could build here, right? If so desired. This is quite good. We get like some extra science here if I wanted. The Rod of Cash, right? Does he build other things this time? We don't have the means to really make good use out of culture exchange immediately is the thing. This run. Alright. Water available there, which is okay. Right, that precludes, I mean, this wants to be boss as well, right? So it makes a lot of sense to make this about robots so we can like two-way trade and get water and get things. I guess that's enlightenment then, right? But we also need mineral seeding. Like, we'd want that, because there's like lots of places we could use that. Get that first. And robots as humans, right? As well. Yeah, that was the thing, right? We need like lots of text to make a good ore lab. And before being able to get that, we're too late in the game already. And that's the main issue. Like, it takes too long to do the whole setup. But maybe we can like cheat out some extra science, right? For example, I could do this for 3 more. Which also makes us successful here, which is not too bad. I got 7, I get 10 total, no? That's about as much as we had last time, right? Yeah, so I get like 2 techs, which one of which is just self-hosting. Yeah, that one has to come first, I think. Like, I think we sort of, since we're at 23, we sort of just stick here for a while. We don't do anything or get anything, we just sort of like casually like sit here. I guess we just sort of throw out scans, right? There's no reason not to. It makes some science, makes some things. We'll scan this one signal here, these 2 here, there's 2 here. Just throw out every scan we can, because there's like no reason not to. Because I don't want to get more planets, because of Empire Science, right? So we just sort of do nothing for a while. Just a bit like, yes, doing nothing is an option, and it works. I'm like off by 1. Culture exchange is, I think, too ambitious. So we got the 6 science instead. And that's actually really valuable because we get enlightenment next year from that. One more yet. Now we get enlightenment. Yeah, which is the last tech, right? So it has to be done. You get to enlighten all our colonies. Oh, not that one, which is the one I really wanted to enlighten, but you know, okay. I want to do that? I don't think so. I should grab that for 5 more science, right? Like, we enlightened lots of places, and now we get access to machine sentience. Well, that's the real big tech, right? 24. Can we get like 6 more science out of somewhere? Oh yeah. There we go. You skip again, and then finally we get access to machine sentience. Or do so. Let's do this. This is actually kind of important. Okay. So stuff happened here. It's yeah, this is sort of the thing, right? We don't get any returns. This is nice though, it like sends out robots everywhere. That's obstructed, of course, but you know, hey. Yes, there's lots of cool stuff here. I can get all those two-way trades, right? It's so good. Like, we can get some of the silliest two-way trades here. That's the thing I want to do. I might want to get terraforming drones just to save on time. First though, let's go ahead and build that big lab. Because we have some money. Like some money. Alright, I don't need to access you because you're bad. You're just not going to be part of anything, really. I mean, like, I need it's important because it's out of range, but it still works, it still counts. Anyway, go ahead and send in this. Wait, what? We need to send it the other order so it actually uses robots to research things. That's good. Then we make robots Alright, that doesn't make enough money. We make this. We're making 12. Annoying money, right? Still think we do it because it's so much science. Right, we can get 13 from you. Wait, does that allow us to actually... no, it does not. Did we consume an asteroid or something to do this? No, I did not. I was hoping to get both, right? Like if we get the 13. Wait, can we get more out of it if I just don't... Yeah, it was 31 here. So we can get 14. No, that's not really all that much more, I suppose. Is there another way to do this? I want the lab. But maybe we can do this first. No, I don't want to do that because it's... Maybe we can do this first. Like make a robot into a robot. Although it doesn't really do anything, right? 25, 29. Yeah, it actually loses us money. That's how expensive that thing is to run. So I guess 14 is the best we can ever get. Not a whole lot, but sure. Alright. We should also make money from labs with this, right? But you can't. June. We end up 1 month late for connecting everything, but sure. We get to like consume this asteroid, I suppose. I don't want to do that. This one's going to be valuable later on. Like all these asteroids here is going to be very valuable to keep building things. Let me grab that one then. On top. Alright, so we get lots of science here. That's going to be like the idea at least. I try to... I wish I hadn't done this right. We could have gotten like much more. Well, it's going to be have to be it. Okay, so we get to mineralize here. I might want to cheapen that, but there's also like the option of like this. You know, lots of other things we could get here. Missing out on the goods though is kind of awful. It's never going to be more than just successful, I suppose. Because you also miss out on culture. Like it's super bad that I did this wrong. So I might want to restart for that. No, I guess we just have to live with it. Alright, so we're gonna need extra things for you. We're going to need that in order to make a robot, which counts as a human, right? So we get extra. But I don't think I want to send it in there because we have more. We can get more value here. Time is not the problem. Money is though. Mineralize is expensive, right? If I just terraforming drones for a bit, and yeah, it saves a lot of money. Money that we need. Alright, you can go in there. Makes a lot more sense this way, right? Now what I do here? That makes sense, right? We get the same problem we had before, right? With like the not having enough money to colonize things so that the asteroids actually are worth taking. So we grab the universal harmony because that makes culture, and that's actually pretty good as it turns out. You can do things like that. Give you another successful partner, which should become enough to make you prosper. I don't know if it's... This one needs an output, which is across this two-way trade here, which is not ideal. I guess we just send it left. Let's just see, right? Let's just see what happens here. This one over here as well we could send and create. In both ways, I think. Isaac. I think I can enlighten you as well to make more culture. Which look at that, there's our first prosperous. Now you need another input or export, so I really want to input the thing in here as well. What about you? You need... No, you need another partner. Oh, man, this is such a mistake. Like, it's huge, actually. Can't imagine how like it hurts badly. Stop it. Okay, so this it doesn't really make any good money, right? Like, neat and all, but what's the point, right? Humans as robots? Yeah, there you go. Sure. Like 13 science here, right? That's not bad, but it's a bit late. So there's that as well. We can make 15. If I wanted to. I don't really want to. So I don't know what you can do, really. So just got in the final year and grab Slipstream Relay. I wish I hadn't been able to do this because this would have been so much better, but hey, you can't. Alright, can you... Really? He's another partner. Water, water, water. I think about it. Is there really no... Can make you successful. Good fight. There's gotta be something. I was like, hold on, there's gotta be something we can do. Alright, we can increase our Yeti science up by 5 quite easily. All we have to do is find any sort of lab. Alright, like say water over here, for example. We can just do this. Water. There's your... Wait, no. Don't pick up that task. No, that just ends the game. So I guess we just end the game. Let's see how much we can get. I mean, that's about... I could have done better by getting like this planet up here done, right? Which would have led to more points. I suppose we could have got maybe 5 stars, but... So yeah, so if anyone wants to have a real deadly sector, then, you know, try this one. That was a thing. All right, we'll try another run. That was interesting. Like, we replayed it, right? This is a really difficult sector to play in. Like, the start is completely unintuitive. I wonder if anyone can win it blind. Okay, well, I'll actually post this and see if people can do this.